Hi, welcome to episode 6 in our YouTube series 60-second highlights on risk. This summer we're focusing on how to protect directors and officers against personal liability. You'll recall in our earlier episodes that there are 3 ways to protect officers and directors against personal liability. The first is their conduct, the second is through indemnification, and the third is through insurance. Now, federal and provincial business corporation acts generally allow a corporation to indemnify directors or officers against all costs, charges, and expenses, provided that A, he or she acted honestly and in good faith, and B, that there are reasonable grounds for believing that his or her conduct was lawful. Now, the provisions of indemnification language should be found in the bylaws of most corporations, and it's preferable to have that language whereby the corporation shall indemnify the director or officer versus may indemnify the director or officer. Now, the problem with bylaw indemnification is that indemnification may in fact not be provided by the organization for several reasons. A, if the corporation is bankrupt or is unable to provide funds. B, if the corporation is not allowed by law to indemnify. C, if the organization is unwilling or stalls indemnification. Or D, if the bylaws are not specific on matters such as the advancement of defense costs and when indemnification will be provided. So a partial solution is to prepare personal indemnification agreements for each officer and director. It becomes a contract, personal contract between the director and officer and the corporation. And this approach is increasingly used by officers and directors to tighten the indemnification of the corporate in the corporate bylaws, to add another layer of indemnification on top of the bylaw corporate indemnification. The benefit of this kind of approach is that it clarifies matters such as the advancement of defense costs. It clarifies matters like unwillingness and stalling. And very importantly, it provides a contract which can be evergreen for when the director or officer leaves the employment of the organization. Lastly, this kind of personal indemnification agreement should be prepared by a qualified law firm that specializes in this area. For further reading, we suggest 2 articles prepared by Bennett Jones LLP, and you can link to those from our YouTube site. Thank you very much, and see you next episode.